Don't keep your money in the bank. 6 assets that are better than cash. Let me ask you something. What if I told you your money is slowly dying? Right there in your bank account, every day, while you feel safe because you saved, your money is quietly losing power. Not with a bang, but with a whisper. It's like watching ice melt in slow motion. You can't see it at first, but by the time you realize it, it's already gone. That's what inflation does. That's what inaction does. And that's why keeping your money in the bank isn't safety. It's slow financial death. Because money doesn't grow in a vault. It grows when it moves, when it works. And today, I'll show you 6 powerful assets that work harder than cash ever will. But before we go there, let's talk about why most people never make it to that level of financial freedom. Struggle, pain point. We were all taught the same lie growing up. Save your money, keep it safe, don't take risks. And for years, we obeyed. We stacked bills in savings accounts, believing it was the responsible thing to do. But here's the painful truth. Most savings accounts pay less than 1% interest, while inflation eats 5 to 10% every year. Imagine pouring water into a bucket with holes in it. You pour and pour, thinking one day it'll be full. But it never will, because the system was designed to leak. You work harder, you save more. Yet somehow, the finish line keeps moving farther away. Your groceries cost more. Rent goes up. College tuition skyrockets. And your bank, the one holding your hard-earned money, uses that same money to make loans and earns 10 times what they pay you in interest. You see, most people quit on wealth building not because they're lazy, but because they're exhausted. They've been playing a game where the rules were hidden. They think they're saving, but in reality, they're standing still while the world moves faster every day. It's frustrating, right? To do everything right, yet feel like you're sinking anyway? That's the trap, the illusion of safety. But the turning point comes when you realize that money that sleeps loses. Here's the big shift. Money isn't supposed to sit still. It's supposed to move, multiply, and work. Think about it like planting seeds. If you keep your seeds in a jar, they'll stay safe, but they'll never grow. Put them in the soil, water them, and give them time. And they'll turn into trees. Your money works the same way. When it's invested wisely, it grows roots, it compounds, and it produces fruit over time. Let's look at something real. If you'd put $10,000 in a savings account 10 years ago, you'd have maybe $11,000 today. Barely enough to cover the rising cost of living. But if you'd invested that same $10,000 into the S&P 500, you'd have over $32,000 today. That's the power of motion. That's the magic of compounding. Money is energy, and energy stagnates when it's trapped. But once you release it into systems that grow, it multiplies. That's when everything changes. You stop chasing money and start building wealth. The beginning is slow, painfully slow. At first, it feels like nothing's happening. You invest, you learn, you sacrifice small comforts, and it feels like pushing a snowball uphill. Heavy, frustrating, endless. But something amazing happens when you stay consistent. That snowball starts to roll, and as it rolls, it gathers more snow. It gets heavier, faster, unstoppable. That's what happens when you build momentum in wealth. Your investments start earning returns. Then those returns start earning their own returns. Suddenly, you're not the only one working. Your money is working for you. It's the difference between earning by effort and earning by ownership. At first, you work for money. Later, money works for you. And that's when your life changes, when time becomes your ally, not your enemy. Wealth isn't about getting lucky or finding shortcuts. It's about patience, discipline, and momentum. Now, let's break down the 6 assets that can help you escape the slow death of savings accounts and step into real wealth creation. 1. Index funds, the silent builders. Think of index funds like the fertile soil of the economy. You don't need to pick which seeds to plant. You just plant in the whole garden. They track the world's strongest companies, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, without you needing to predict winners. Over time, the market grows, and so does your investment. It's simple, low maintenance, and historically beats most experts who try to time the market. If you invest consistently in index funds, you're not gambling, you're compounding. 2. Real estate, the tangible wealth. Real estate isn't just property. It's leverage, it's rent, it's cash flow. It's the difference between paying for a roof and owning the sky above it. Every payment you make builds equity. Every rent check you collect buys back your freedom. And here's the beauty. While your tenant pays off your mortgage, the property itself appreciates. You win twice. Cash flow today, value growth tomorrow. It's like planting a tree that gives you fruit and shade. 3. Businesses, the multipliers. Owning a business, or even a small online side hustle, can transform your entire trajectory. A job pays you once for your time. A business pays you continuously for your ideas, your systems, your leverage. You can't scale your hours, but you can scale your systems. And once you build something that delivers value, even while you sleep, you step into true wealth creation. Whether it's e-commerce, content, consulting, or software, building something that solves problems is one of the fastest ways to multiply money. Skills, the invisible assets. Most people overlook this one. Yet it's the foundation of all wealth. Skills are assets that can never be taken away. They don't depreciate. They don't depend on the economy. And they compound, just like money. When you learn to sell, to communicate, to lead, to code, to invest, each skill adds another gear to your wealth engine. Your mind is the best investment account you'll ever own. Because once you master valuable skills, opportunities chase you, not the other way around. 5. Precious metals and commodities, the protectors. Gold, silver, and even oil or agricultural commodities aren't about getting rich. They're about staying rich. They protect your wealth when currencies crumble. They're the safety net when markets shake. Every empire in history has fallen. And the people who survived financially were those who owned real assets, not paper promises. Gold doesn't pay dividends, but it preserves purchasing power. It's the anchor in a stormy sea. 6. Private investments, the quiet giants. Once you've built a foundation, the next level is private equity, startups, or real estate funds, places where you can invest directly into businesses or projects. Yes, it's riskier. Yes, it requires knowledge. But this is where exponential growth happens. The world's wealthiest people don't keep money in banks. They own parts of systems that produce money. They don't chase yield, they create it. When you invest in private ventures, you become a shareholder in the future, not just a spectator. Mindset shift. You see, wealth isn't about owning more. It's about becoming more. At the start, we think like savers, cautious, defensive, afraid to lose. But savers rarely build wealth. Builders do. As your understanding grows, your relationship with money changes. You stop asking, how do I make more? And start asking, how can I make my money serve a purpose? You realize that wealth isn't selfish. It's a responsibility. Because money, when used wisely, builds schools, funds innovation, supports families, and changes futures. When you begin to see yourself as an investor, as a creator, the fear fades. You understand that money is abundant, not scarce, that it flows toward clarity, confidence, and courage. The early mindset is about survival. The advanced mindset is about design. And when you start designing your financial future instead of reacting to it, you shift from being a player to being the architect of your life. That's the real transformation. So let's come back to where we started. Your bank account might look safe, but safety without growth is an illusion. Keeping your money in the bank is like locking a bird in a cage. It survives, but it never soars. Your money was meant to move, to grow, to create, not to sleep in a vault while inflation eats away at its wings. every dollar sitting still loses value. Every dollar invested with intention becomes a soldier, out there fighting for your freedom, your future, your legacy. The real question is, are your dollars sleeping? Or are they working? Because the truth is, wealth doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who act. Start small, start scared, start uncertain, but start. Invest in yourself. Build skills. Own assets that grow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There isn't one. The perfect time was yesterday. The next best time is right now. And remember, money in the bank fades, but money in motion multiplies. So, if this message hit home, if it woke something up inside you, do one thing before you scroll away. Like this video to push the message forward. Share it with someone you care about, a friend, a sibling, or anyone still trapped in the save and hope mindset. And most importantly, subscribe for more stories, lessons, and strategies that will help you think differently, grow stronger, and build the freedom you deserve. Because on this channel, we don't just talk about money, we talk about mindset. We talk about transformation, ownership, and the power of building a life that works for you. So let's grow together. Don't let your money sleep another day. Wake it up, put it to work, and let every choice from this day forward build the future you dream about. This is your time, your move, your moment. Now go make it count.